What's up, Dice Crew? We got Tony Yayo speaking on that whole situation pertaining to Dame Dash, offering people a piece of Roc-A-Fella or Reasonable Doubt, the album, and he also is offering a real Roc-A-Fella chain. I mean, y'all get where I'm going with it, but let's tune in to see what all Tony Yayo got to say. I'm gonna keep it a Benji for y'all doing the reaction. Y'all keep it a Benji for me in the comments. Shout out to the Dice Crew. Let's rock.
Well, speaking of New York, Dame Dash is about to sell, they're about to auction off a third of Reasonable Doubt. You know about this?
Nah, I didn't hear about it.
Okay, so basically, Dame Dash got hit with like a defamation lawsuit, and he couldn't pay it back, so they basically seized his assets, and one of the assets they seized...
I like that free Yayo shirt you got on.
Yeah, of course, man. I represent.
Yeah.
I represent.
Spencer's, shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Love you guys, Spencer's.
So basically, Dame Dash wasn't able to pay back the lawsuit, so they seized his assets, and one of the big assets they seized was a third of Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
Okay, so it's about to be auctioned, and everyone's wondering whatever, how much it's going to go for. And I don't know if you heard about this, but there's something called Section 203 of the Copyright Act. And what it says is that after 35 years, an artist will get back the rights to his music.
Okay.
Okay? Reasonable Doubt is about 30 years old. So right before the auction is about to go live, JAYZ made an announcement saying that whoever buys it, they're only going to have it for 5 years. Because 5 years later, it's going to go back to him.
Yeah, that's a smart move. Yeah.
I
mean, when you look at Jay and 50, and I don't, like I said, I don't come here to talk about 50, but it was always about competition. Like,
Yeah.
50 was always a fucking genius. Like, I remember when 50 dropped How to Rob, and I remember when How to Rob dropped, it was so crazy because he had the thing, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent?
Yeah.
50 was like, yeah. That's when I knew that nigga was crazy.
Yeah, they had a song together later on.
Yeah,
It was
of
like
course,
a
but
promo song.
that's
Was it
when
a real song or a promo
yeah,
song? It was
yeah.
something.
Probably the Reebok thing.
Yeah, the Reebok thing, exactly.
But one thing about 50 is, he's one of the greats, man.
Right. So basically, this thing's about to go to auction, and what's making its rounds right now is that.
Why buy it if you're gonna lose it in 5 years?
Well, you're gonna lose it anyways, right? He goes, I don't know why Jay hating on the next man or whatever.
Oh, no,
I don't think Jay's gonna buy it. I think he's gonna let it.
Well, the
he's
money
gonna,
stop. Why not just wait 5 years?
Exactly. He's just gonna let it get sold to whoever and get it back 5 years later.
Guys like fucking JAYZ, 50 Cent, fucking Eminem,
Yeah.
fucking Paul Rosenberg.
They're on a different financial level.
These guys got money. They don't. What's $5 million to one of these niggas?
Exactly. So
Just
now
like
there's a
that
video.
goes back to the $500,000 to protect
for the cops. Yeah.
$2 billion worth of artists.
Exactly. So now a video is making its rounds right now.
So you got to make it make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Exactly.
what's
Now look, this is kind of funny to me, right? Because if y'all keep up with Tony Yayo, he definitely always show his love and loyalty and support for 50 Cent. And he pretty much bring 50 Cent up in any situation, as in the reference or an example or whatever. But you can see that Vlad keep trying to keep the conversation based upon Dame, JAYZ, and the Roc-A-Fella or Reasonable Doubt situation.
that movie when he like, yo, you were chain snatching jive turkeys, motherfucker? Like, motherfuckers.
What movie
I
was
forgot
that?
what movie that was. But we got to get better, man, as a whole, man. Because Human Harmony was great. Shout to all the artists, comedians, fucking rappers, whatever you want to call them, celebrities. Everybody was celebrities.
Carlito's Way.
Carlito's way.
Yes.
Chain snatching.
Yeah. Al Pacino said that. Yeah.
Jive turkey, motherfucker. Whatever.
So basically, a video is making its rounds right now. The Dame Dash is saying, yeah, to whoever spends over $10 million on this Reasonable Doubt thing, I'm going to throw in a Roc-A-Fella chain.
Dame is cool, but nobody's going for that. Once Jay, look, listen, man. And I don't like to talk about JAYZ and none of these niggas because I'm friends with 50. I don't even like talking about these niggas. But once a nigga says, I'm going to get it in 5 years anyway, nobody's going to spend money.
Right.
Now I'm gonna say this. If you know how to do the math and you are savvy about the business and you can definitely see you getting some type of benefit within those 5 years, then I feel like it can be a possibility that somebody will take that offer that Dame Dash is putting out there. Especially, it might not even be a person who do it on behalf of trying to recoup or as an investment. Some people might just be, you know, a total fan, and they just might want to attach themselves to a certain type of history or legacy, and that could be the case at hand. You know, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a situation a little while ago where Drake had purchased a lot of Pharrell's old jewelry, you know, and I think he was just pretty much trying to make a statement with that. But if y'all get what I'm saying, you know, I think people with money, they do things for different reasons at times. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, basically, people are saying
what happened to the nigga that bought the Wu-Tang album? He got locked up by the feds, right? And they took it?
Martin Shkreli. I interviewed him.
And they took it, right?
No, they didn't take it.
Well, he still had it, right?
He still had it, and he sold it at a profit.
And he made profit, right?
Yes.
Now that's different.
But
now,
that
if you
was
got an album, look, hold on. What, Vlad, you gotta let me speak. If you got an album, then it's cool. That's cool. Like, yo, I spend $5 million or this on the album. Reasonable doubts, this or whatever. If it's an album, that's different. Like the guy had the Wu-Tang album,
right?
And he bought it. They said supposedly for.
And just real quick, right, Dice Crew, y'all let me know in the comments, who do y'all feel like is the best combination? Tony Yayo and Vlad, or Boozy and Vlad?
$1 million. I don't believe everything in press, so I don't know. Supposedly for $1 million, and he sold it for what?
He bought it for, I think, $500,000, sold it for like 1.7 or something like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
He bought it for $500,000.
Yeah.
Sold it for 1.7.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. Now if it was an album, that'd be different. But once the nigga say, yo, don't buy that, that's like a nigga telling you.
Well, it's a third of an album.
You gotta remember, these niggas, we hustlers.
It's a third of an album.
All these niggas are hustlers.
Yeah.
So all that nigga Jay did, or like a fifth would do, is tell you don't buy that shit, it's bad work. Nigga.
Exactly.
Fuck out of here. That's
No,
all
exactly.
That's all he did. Yo, that's
Yeah,
bad work.
exactly.
I'm gonna own that shit in 5 years anyway.
Exactly.
It's
And,
common sense. Ain't nothing that can fix that.
So basically, he's saying, going to throw in a Roc-A-Fella chain. People are saying that's the equivalent of throwing in an air freshener when you buy a car. You know, and here's the interesting
You
part
gotta
about
understand this, Vlad. Everybody is smarter now.
it. Yeah.
You gotta let me talk. And what I mean by that, when we first came out, motherfuckers was just reading the soundscape. Now, little kids will be like, give me phone. My man's son is 7 years old. He's FaceTiming him and is teaching him how to Apple Cash. The generation is smarter now. You can't pull the wool over these people's eyes. That's why when I get on here, I don't prep nothing and be like, yeah, I'm gonna say this. No, I get on here and be myself. Because you cannot pull the wool over people's eyes. Kids are smarter. People are entrepreneurs with their own business now. People got their online boutique stores. Girls are smarter. Girls in the club are smarter. Everybody's smarter now. It's a different time.
Yeah.
So when you make us say, well, we're gonna throw 10 million, I'll give you a Roc-A-Fella chain. People are smarter now.
Right.
That even comes to artists now. They like, before artists would sign deals to what they're equivalent to. Now the artists would be like, nah, I ain't signing no deal. Cause they feel like you're gonna get jerked. But this nigga just spent his money on your whole project. Right? Now listen, Vlad, you gotta let me talk.
Okay, go ahead.
So we in times now where people are smarter. You're like, I could just put my music online, drop myself. Or I could do this. I could put my shit on This Is 50 and sell my merch. I could put my shit on this shit and sell my merch. Sometimes people are more online shopping. You got fucking, what's the shit? Pretty Young Thing and fucking,
Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova.
Yeah.
Shit is nice. Girls will buy that shit, had a Louis bag, Louis slips, or whatever, and they good money. Niggas ain't thinking about all that. So it's like everybody shop online now. It's more entrepreneur shit going on.
Yeah.
You can't say some shit like that, and that's what they're gonna say. It's like giving an air freshener in the car. That's the result they're gonna say, and that's the truth. No disrespect to Dame, but that's just the truth.
Well, right. And here's the thing. I talked to a friend of mine who used to be the president of one of the biggest publishing companies in the world.
Yeah.
And I said, if you were just to eyeball it.
And you know, I would like to say this, right? Dame Dash had made a statement or a comment, however we're gonna word it, saying that he was the one who was really like responsible for the Roc-A-Fella chains, and if it didn't come from him, it's not really legit. But I would like to say in this moment in time, people probably only want to really get a Roc-A-Fella chain from Jay-Z. You know, that's just how I feel about it. Now, don't get me wrong. I have definitely witnessed that it's a lot of people who do respect Dame Dash knowledge, his grind and hustle, just, you know, his overall, right? But I just feel like at this moment in time, if a chain ain't coming from Jay-Z, I don't think people is really tripping too much like that. But y'all let me know how y'all think about it in the comments.
What do you think a third of Reasonable Doubt makes a year?
And what did he say?
He said if you're lucky,
Because did it only go gold?
and there's some publishing,
Gold, right?
I probably went platinum over
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
He said if you're lucky and he owns a piece of publishing also, maybe $1 million a year. Maybe. So you talk about 5 years, $5 million will potentially be made.
Yeah,
so
so why
anyone
would you spend 10? Yeah.
smart who's bidding on that probably wouldn't bid over $2 million.
Now Dame is gonna be mad at you because he's gonna say why you fucked up my deal. He was trying to get 10 million, Vlad. You ain't seen what he was trying to
He
do.
had a chain and everything.
Dame is coming at you now, man.
Me and Dame already don't
Stay
get
with
along.
security. You
me
got the
me and
Richard
Dame
Mill?
Dash have
You told him
already
stay with-
had.
You told him stay with security or what? Give him good advice, man. Be around him, man. He got the Richard Mill. They gonna try to chop your wrist for that one, right? Vlad got the Richie. Better have your security.
Yeah. Listen, man, I hope he sells it for whatever. People saying Drake should buy it. You know, but then again, it's only 5 years, so what's the point?
I don't listen. $5 million a year. I mean, like, what's $5 million to these guys? What's
Nothing.
$5 million to?
And you know, a person like Drake, I can see him purchasing that because I could also see him down the line using that as a bar, a lyric in one of his songs. Like, you know, if something ever goes kind of rocky between him and Jay-Z, he could probably pop that, you know, just like, oh, I owned a piece of you before, or I owned your body of work or your album or whatever the case may be, you know, even if it ain't about financial gain, I can see it being like just something to just say, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I own this or own whatever, however it go. I think y'all probably get where I'm going with it.
50 Drake or Jay-Z.
Exactly.
What's $5 million to Pharrell? Any one of these motherfuckers. Timberland.
That's a watch.
Yeah, what's $5 million?
That's a nice
to Dr.
Richard.
Dre.
Yeah, that's a
What's
Richard Mill.
$5 million to Jay-Z? I
Exactly.
mean Dre, Jimmy Iovine, any motherfucker, any one of these motherfuckers. What's
Yeah.
$5 million to?
That's what we're all striving to, right?
Shit, the U2 motherfuckers.